it was just a tough finish. What did you say to Parsa? Did you get a chance to talk to him at all?
Oh, I did. We as a team, we collectively all talked to him. You know, we don't know what it is officially, but it didn't look good. You never want to see a teammate, especially a player as good as him, go down like that. So we just kind of told him, we love him, we got his back, and we're going to get through this no matter, he's a senior, so no matter where he end up at or how long it take him, he's going to have a family here that he know he can rely on. That's what we told him.
Andrija, just sort of what was that moment like for you?
Man, that's tough. Like, nobody deserves it, especially him. Like, he's such a good leader in this team, on the court and off the court. Such a good person. I learned a lot of on the court and off the court. He learned me a lot. He helped me a lot. And I wish him speedy recovery. All my praise is going to him, and that's it.
The game itself, Kanye, you had that big shot, I think, from the corner. I think you made it like 77, 72 or something like that. Just, I feel like a lot of your step back threes, I feel like that's your most efficient three. Is that always sort of been a case for you?
I'm not coming into college. When you're young, freshman, sophomore, your coach not letting you take those. That's kind of, I hit those more probably than catch and shoot throughout my entire basketball career, but I guess you could say that's probably more efficient if you go by the numbers. But I kind of feel like every shot I shoot going in, sometimes it don't, sometimes it do. So, yeah.
Career high 43 minutes for you. How are you feeling after that?
A little banged up, but I mean, long season, bumps and bruises is expected. But we'll get some treatment, and I'll be back at it tomorrow.
Kanye, you're not a guy that team's normally looking to hit that many threes, and you hit them all kind of in a row almost. I don't know. What were you feeling out there? What were you seeing that was allowing you to have so much success?
I kind of, as a point guard, you got to read the game, the flow, how it's going. We was getting a little stagnant, and we got a lot of scores on this team, so I don't really need to go out there and shoot 4, 5, 6 threes, but I can hit threes need be. I work on all parts of my game, so when I shoot them and I make them, I'm not really surprised. I put the work in, so I would just say it was good the ball went in today.
Jalen also hit a couple big shots that we haven't seen him do as much this season. What was it like to see him kind of have success?
Man, he won our we do something called 300 Club. He won that. I want to say he took about 3,000 shots. He led us in shooting. He was in the gym all this week, so it wasn't expected. I mean, it wasn't unexpected because I watched him all this week get in there and shoot them same shots before and after practice. So seeing him hit them in the game was almost like used to it.
Kanye, what was working well for you guys from that point in late regulation when they went on that run to tie the game, send it into OT, and for the first 2-3 minutes of overtime, you guys shut them out defensively. What was working well for you guys there?
I think our aggressiveness towards the ball when it came up the rim, when it was rolling on the ground, when it was in the air to meet the pass or steal it. We were super aggressive getting it. I think the last 10 minutes of the second half, we kind of got away from what was winning, what was helping us win the game, and we were, lackadaisical, not playing as hard or not as urgent to the balls we need to. And I think in overtime, we was the more urgent team, and we got a lot of the 50-50 balls went our way, and that's helped us win.
Kanye, what did Coach Lutz tell you before overtime started? And then also, did the game against TCU help that overtime mentality?
He told me go win the game. He's like, go win the game. That was a few coaches' exact words. I would say the TCU game, it helped because we learned from our mistakes. And I want to say we had close games with them both games, there and here. So we learned from our mistakes, and we honed in and just didn't make those same mistakes in this game and did the little things. And like I said, I think it was our urgency of just with everything we're doing, offense and defense, and overtime that helped us win.
Millie, I think it's a career high for you tonight. Just sort of what were you feeling out there?
I was confident, I tried my best, and I had open shots, and that's it. I scored them, and that's it.
Was there anything in particular with the offense that you felt was kind of leading you into some of those opportunities?
I don't know from which. It's very tough to talk about the game after this happened. I don't know. I was open. I scored the ball, and that's it. From the pick and rolls 2 times, and one time I shot fake, and that's it. That's it. No, it's not I don't need to talk about it. No.
Millie, just to be clear, when you say it's hard because you want to be there with Parsa and helping him, or you're just it's distracting to even talk about a win after that.
It's very tough. Like it's very tough.
Shoot. I probably need to gather my thoughts on this one. Let's start, first and foremost with, today was about autism awareness. I don't know if you noticed that we wore the pins, and there's several college coaches that have young children that have autism. So we as coaches kind of banded together to bring awareness to them, and I thought that it was a great thing for us to do that tonight. The guys, I'm proud of them. Yeah, I don't think people understand how unbelievably hard this league is. You lose 5 in a row and you think that the world is falling because you're an 18 to 23-year-old man who basketball is your entire life almost. And when you're good people like Parsa and the rest of the guys on the team, it just consumes you and it just beats you down. So I'm happy for our guys to be able to come out tonight and tough it out and get a win. I'm very proud of them for that. And it shows a lot about their character, and it shows a lot about their winning spirit. So I'm extraordinarily proud of the fight that we had tonight to get on the other side of winning. Obviously, we'll see how it works out with Parsa, but it was an exclamation dunk and not necessarily landing. So, but I'm sure that Parsa's an unbelievable human being. He's an unbelievable person. He's an unbelievable teammate, and good things happen to good people. So I got to believe that something great is going to come out of this from this young man.
So I assume then, Steve, there's going to be tests at this point.
Yeah, we don't know, right? I mean, we don't know. We got to pray tonight. Parsa's a man of faith. We got to all pray tonight and hope for the best. But yeah.
Parsa, we didn't expect you to come in. You didn't have to come in here. It just says a lot about you. And
No, for sure, yeah.
I just want to ask you, just your teammates, they came in here earlier and talked about just how they all, you're a team, you're brotherhood. Would you just talk about that?
Yeah, it's a great team, man. We got a really, really great team, and when we played together, had 17 assists as a team. When we shared the ball and played together, I said that before, and I keep saying that we can beat any team in the country, and that's what we did tonight. It went to overtime. West Virginia is a great team, but we stayed together in the overtime too, and we beat a great team like West Virginia. So I'm really proud of the guys.
Like Eric said, you did not have to come in here and talk to us. What made you be willing to do that?
I wanted to talk about a few stuff. First of all, I'm really, really grateful for this year that I had here. Oklahoma State was the best year I had in my college career, and the fans. Sorry. I just hope they know that how much I really care about them, and it was a great experience. So I wanted to say thank you to every one of y'all and all the fans out there. And also I wanted to talk about Coach Lutz here. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little emotional, but this man here, I believe that he's one of the best coaches in the country. I've never seen a man work as hard as him, and I think this is your guy, and he will take you guys far. And I really mean every word I'm saying. He changed my life, and I'm really grateful for him. He made me a better man, a better person, and a better player. And those two things was the main stuff I wanted to come here and talk about, that we have a great team and the season isn't over. I'm not sure what's going on with me. I don't want to really talk about it, but I would just say thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus Christ. Good or bad, I always try to be grateful, and appreciate God for what He gave me. And this team, I think fans need to keep supporting this team. We got a great staff. Oklahoma State got a great staff, great people, and they will take you far. These were the two things I wanted to come here and talk about because I really, really, really love this team, and I love the fans, I love Oklahoma State, and I love Stillwater.
Parsa, Millie, he was in here before you. He was clearly like really upset. At one point, he got asked. He had a career performance tonight.
Sure.
He got asked, and he said honestly, he was so upset about you. He couldn't even focus. Just seems like you two really bonded. He credited you with helping him a lot this season.
Yeah, Millie had a rough time here because of his movement from country, like a new country, new culture. So it was hard for him, and he needed someone to be there for him. And staff did a great job last year and this year be with him. But I think sometimes you need like a closer, like a friend, like a teammate to be there for you. It was hard for me, so I just tried to be the person for him that I wanted my freshman year. And Millie is a really talented player. He's way more talented than me in my sophomore year. I would say that. And it's really cool to hear stuff like that my teammates care about me. And it's great to hear, but I'm really happy for Millie. He had a really great game. He was playing mature, he was playing hard, and I'm really proud of him.
Steve, your thoughts on how Millie played?
Oh, I thought Millie was great. Yeah, I thought that he gave us a tremendous boost and even gave us, it took us to another level. And that's great when you can bring big guys off the bench and they're able to do that. But I'd be remiss if I didn't say that the effect that Parsa has had on Millie and other players can't be understated. He's just that type of person who cares about every single player, every single person in the staff. He obviously has bought a home here in Stillwater, and I would tell, no matter what happens, whether he plays the rest of the year with us or this is it for him, I would tell everyone in the Oklahoma State family that you should be asking me for his number and you should be trying to hire him. That's what I would tell you. Because he's that kind of guy that you want to be around every day, that you can trust in your organization to have your back, and is going to always do the right things.
I don't know how to talk about basketball right now, but Kanye, he's been the creator more often for you than not for you guys this year, but sort of took a step forward in scoring in that. Sort of what you think of Kanye?
Well, we've talked a lot about Kanye distributing the basketball, right, and managing the team, and I think that he's done a tremendous job with that. And tonight, he saw that we needed him to score some, and he hit a couple big shots to bail us out, maybe when we weren't playing nearly as well. And then I can't understate how great he was defensively when he had Huff. I don't know that Huff scored on him. Maybe one or two baskets, but I don't know that Huff scored on him. Those shots that he made, especially in the first half, were either in transition or switches, or we messed something up defensively, and that's impressive.
Then, how does this stat sort of hit you? Anthony Roy scores 10 points, is plus 17 with one three-point attempt.
Well, I thought Anthony Roy did a pretty good job rebounding. He also made plays for others. He came off some ball screens and he distributed the basketball, and then. In the overtime, I thought that was one of the best defensive performances I've seen out of the young man. He took pride in guarding number 52, and he did not let that kid get by him, whereas he had driven him a couple times in the first half and given up. He gave up 5 points back-to-back in the first half, and then in overtime he did not allow that to happen, which is a huge step forward for him, and that really helps our team.
Kind of, piggybacking off of that, but obviously from that late run that they made to tie it, send it into overtime. First 2.5 minutes of overtime, you guys, helped with the scoreless. Just overall, what did you see defensively from your
Yeah, I thought those guys in the huddle essentially said, hey, we're not going to allow what happened against TCU the other night to happen again. And against TCU, they scored at will, and we did not. And we flipped the table on West Virginia tonight. I think we had 3 assists and 1 turnover, and they had 1 assist and 3 turnovers. And the biggest thing in my mind was we rebounded the basketball, especially in overtime. You know, we've out-rebounded the last 2 opponents, if I'm not mistaken. And obviously, when we're getting our butts kicked during that 5-0 stretch, we were not rebounding the basketball. And so I give the guys credit for hunkering down and rebounding when it mattered.
Steve, sort of similar to Kanye, Jalen at times felt like he couldn't miss. We haven't seen him shoot a lot of threes for y'all this season, but he made several.
You know, guys, you're going to think I'm crazy, but we track all of their shots. And Jalen Curry shoots a good percentage on step-in threes. And Parsa, we ran the play late to give Parsa a back down on the block. And I said, hey, if they come double us, great. Look opposite, and Parsa found Jalen, and he hit that one from the corner, which was a huge 3. It's a great find by him, but it's also a huge 3. Jalen is not a bad shooter. I know his overall numbers may not reflect that, but his step-in shooting percentages are good. They really are.
Kanye mentioned that that Jalen had maybe put in some extra work shooting this week.
Yeah, you know what? And it's not to say that Jalen hasn't had his struggles. We've all had our struggles, especially over this, the last 5 games where we're not winning. But he's also been the one who 2 out of the last 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, was actually 3 out of the last 3 weeks. He was either number 1 or number 2 in 300 club, and we've obviously talked about that. And he's getting above and beyond his number of shots. And we always talk about the process, and we always talk about staying true to what got you to where you are today. And through his ups and downs, he's done that, and he's continued to work. And when you continue to work, you deserve to make those shots. That's the basketball gods rewarding you for that, in my mind.
What'll be sort of important for you guys these last 3 games of the regular season? You go on the road here. What's important down the stretch?
Well, I mean, you faced a top 10 defense tonight. You're going to go face a top 15 defense, if I'm not mistaken, on Cincinnati on the road. Then you're going to go to Central Florida, who obviously we beat them here when they had just broken into the top 25. This league, as I started to state earlier, is unforgiving, right? I mean, Houston has lost 3 in a row. We lost 5 in a row, and of that 5, 2 were the top 10 teams, right? And I'm not making excuses. We need to win of those 5. We can't lose all 5. But my point being, guys, is that this league is a fantastic league. It always has been. But this year, it's special. And so you just got to figure out a way to win on the road. And that's been our Achilles heel. But it's going to start with us playing better defense like we did in the first half and us rebounding the basketball. And then we did a pretty good job taking care of the basketball against a top 10 defense tonight. That you roll all those 3 in together and you give yourself an opportunity to win.